Hello guys, this is Prime Concept. Now we want to do something very important. We have been studying the concept of optics. Now we have mentioned a few things that we are supposed to know concerning optics. We are considering reflection at curved surfaces. Now one of the things that most students are familiar with is what we know as mirror formula, because when we want to calculate positions of image, object, and then focal length, one of the major things you need to know is mirror formula. A lot of students know the mirror formula, but they really don't know how they can derive it. If you are in an exam condition where you'll be required to derive the mirror formula, then this video would really do you great good. So do well to stick to this video from the start to the end so that the concept will be very clear to you. Now let's start this way. Now we want to assume one of the positions of objects. So say this is our concave mirror. So this is my concave mirror. And I have my principal axis. This is my principal axis. So this is my pole P. This is F. This is C. Now say I consider the situation where our object is behind our center of curvature C, and this is our object. Now let's say this height of the object is AB. So if I want to trace where the image of this will be formed, I would simply use those rules we have learned. I have this, I have a parallel line, and when it hits my mirror, it would reflect through my focal point, right? So this is my reflected ray. If I consider another rule where I'm passing through the focal point this time around, so I hit this, right? When it hits my mirror, it would come out this way. So it will come out this way, so that this point is your image. So I'm going to call my image A prime, B prime. So this is going to represent my image. So that I want to call this point, say M, and I'll call this point N. Now I have this, right? So from this diagram, I'll be deriving the mirror formula. So do well to follow this very keenly so that you can really understand what we're doing. Now we're going to use the idea of similar triangles. So we'll be comparing, because if you look at this, you would clearly see that we have so many triangles. So, and some of them are similar. So we're going to use the idea of similar triangles to derive this. Now, first, we want to consider this triangle. So we're going to consider triangle A prime, B prime, and F. So triangle A prime, B prime, F, which is this triangle you can see. This triangle is similar. It's similar to triangle PMF. So these two triangles are similar. What is triangle PMF? So this is PMF. So this triangle is similar to this, of course, because these angles are equal. So those two triangles would be similar. Now, since they are similar, let's still get another similar triangle we would be needing. Or let's work with this, right? Now, considering these two, since both of them are similar, it simply means we're going to have that A prime B prime, which is this height, to the ratio of PM, which is this height. So these ratios should be equal to, let's say, A prime F to this one now, which is PF. So this should be equal, right? And it's true. Now, if we consider, if you watch AF, which is this distance, we can change it, right? Yes. So you'd notice that A prime F, which is this distance, is actually going to be PA prime minus PF. So I would say that A prime F is going to be PA prime minus PF. So this is true. Now, what is this distance PA prime? Remember, this is where your image is, right? This is your image. So this distance PA prime actually represents our image distance. And remember, we denote image distance with V. Now, you try to watch my video on sign convention, which I would explain so that you really understand the sign convention. Now, we're using the Cartesian sign convention in this case, which means that in your Cartesian sign convention, this side is positive x, and this is what? Negative x. So we're considering the pole of our mirror as the origin, so that anything on the left-hand side is negative, any distance on the right-hand side is positive, then any distance facing upwards is positive, just like in this case. Then any distance facing downwards is what? Negative. So that is the sign convention we are using. So which simply means that P distance PA prime, which is the image distance, is going to be what now? Negative V. That is negative of the image distance. Now, the distance PF, remember F is your focal point, and the distance PF represents the focal length. So, and since it's on this side, it's going to be negative. So I would have V minus, my PF is minus the focal length F. So that I can then say that A prime F is going to be what now? Minus V. When you open this, it becomes plus F. So this is what we have, right? Yes, so I'm going to substitute back into this so that this equation is now going to give me A prime B prime ratio PM should be equal to what? A prime F. And what is our A prime F? Is now negative V plus F divided by PF. What is PF? The focal length, which is negative. So negative F. So I'm going to call this equation 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rub this so that I can still have space to repeat the same thing. Right? Let me get my duster. So I'm going to rub this and repeat the process. So I have also, considering this triangle, so triangle ABF is actually similar to triangle PNF. So this triangle ABF and then PNF is similar. You can see these angles are vertically opposite, so they'll be equal. So these two triangles are similar. So as such, we can do the same comparison, right? So we're going to have AB, that is the height, this height ratio, this height PN should give us what now? We're going to compare the length AF to what now? PF. Now, in same way or in similar way, we can notice that AF is actually the distance PA minus PF. So I'm going to say that AF is PA minus PF. So this is what we know. And what is the distance from P to A? Remember, this is your object. So the distance PA is your object distance U. Because it lies on the left-hand side, so I'm going to call it negative. So I have negative U minus the distance PF is focal length, so which is still negative, right? Yes. So if I do this, I'm going to now substitute. So I have AB ratio PN equals what now? AF. What is our AF? Our AF is this, which is negative U plus F, all divided by what now? Our PF. What is our PF? You are very correct. Negative F, right? Yes. Now, but I'm not done. I want to do something again. Now, AB Pn, if you compare, want to do another comparison so that we can finally equate these relations and then solve. Now, if you watch, I'm going to compare this triangle and this triangle, right, to get my next equation. So I have, okay, without even comparison, you can see that Pn, this distance, is actually the image distance. So it's same thing as what now? A prime, B prime. So this is actually same thing as A prime, B prime, right? Yes, and then you can also see very clearly that PM, this height, is same thing as what now? The same thing as AB. So you're very correct. So if you compare this, you would see PN is your image height, then PB is your object height. So if I do this replacement, I would have that this equation 1, I'm going to replace PM in equation 1 with what now? AB, right? Yes, so I'll then have, let's see, okay, so I'll then have from equation 1, I'll have A prime B prime divided by PM, which is what now? AB. So this should give me minus V plus F all over minus F. This is what I have. So I'm going to do same thing. I'm going to replace Pn here with this. So bear with me because I have very limited space. So I'm going to, let's call this equation 3, right? So I'm going to do same thing. I'm going to replace Pn here. So if I do that, I would have AB ratio. Instead of Pn, I would write A prime B prime, which is then going to give me what? Minus U plus F, all divided by negative F. But watch, I want to do something so I can equate. So I'm going to flip this. So if I flip this, I'll write A prime B prime divided by AB. So this would give me negative F divided by negative U plus F, right? So I can call this equation 4. So if you watch, you would see that A prime B prime over AB is same as A prime B prime over AB. So I can equate these two. I can equate 3 and 4. So equating 3 and 4. So if I equate equation 3 and equation 4, what would I get? Very correct. I'll get, let me rub this again. So if I equate 3 and 4, I would have minus F divided by minus U plus F equal to what now? Minus V plus F divided by what? Minus F. So if I cross multiply in this equation, what would I get? I would have this. Okay, I'll have minus U plus F multiplying minus V plus F equal to this. Minus F times minus F is what? Plus F squared. So let's expand and see what will happen. This multiply this is going to give us UV, positive, right? Then this multiply this is going to give us negative UF. We're done with this. So this multiply this will give us negative VF. This multiply this will give us plus F squared equals what now? F squared. So what are you observing? Very intelligent. You'll observe that F squared would fizzle out. So this would fizzle this. Then I'll be left with UV minus UF minus VF equal to what? 0. Now when I say this would fizzle this, I'm not saying they will cancel. I'm simply saying when this crosses, it becomes F squared minus F squared, which is now 0. Now, if I push these two to the other side, I would have UV equals what now? UF plus VF, right? Now what I'm going to do from here, simply, I'm going to divide through this equation by UVF. So I would write divide through by UVF. I'll divide through by UVF. So if I do that, I would have UV divided by UVF equals UF divided by UVF plus VF divided by what now? UVF. So what would happen here? This would fizzle this, right? And then I'll be left with 1 by F here equals, what will happen here? This would fizzle this would fizzle this. I'll be left with 1 by V. Then what will happen here? This would go, I'll be left with 1 by U. And this finally is what we know as what? The mirror formula. I know it's a very long process, but believe me, if you settle down to really follow this, the concept will be clear to you. So this is what we know as mirror formula, and this is a very important formula to us. So we'll be using this to solve problems under mirror, right? This is not exactly the same as lens formula, so do not mix it. Get this concept. Do well to follow my videos sequentially, and the concept will be clear to you. If you have followed me up to this point, do well to hit the subscribe button, like my videos, comment, and share with your friends so that they can also benefit. Remember, this is Prime Concept. Thank you.